Hello, I'm Elgato, and this is Q&A Saturday, the weekly series I run on my channel, answer your questions that have been asked on my channel over the past week or so. These tend to be mostly about the next update coming out for Minecraft console, which we're currently calling Title Update 59, but they can also be about life, the universe, and everything in between. However, of course, we did just have an update last week, so there's been a ton of questions about the one after, Title Update 59, and I'm going to be answering a bunch of those, as well as some other ones in today's video. So hopefully you all do enjoy it. You can like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel, and lets us know you do like Q&A Saturday. I want to keep seeing these weekly back and forth about updates, so you can learn more about what's coming next. So let's go straight into the very first question, which comes in from This Is My Name, who says, do we have TU60 news already? Question mark, question mark. And the simple answer to that question is not really, but sort of. So we have TU59 news because obviously we know there's some bug fix in the works, and we've even had it confirmed now by 4J Studios that there is going to be an update released for the PlayStation 4. However, the next title update for all platforms, if you're not on PlayStation, will be releasing at some point in the next, like month or two. We know that roughly because this was a minigame update. Whenever they do minigame updates, they're usually working on some survival content in the background. Bear in mind, we've had, minigame update after minigame update, followed by, survival content that happened last year in 2016, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again this year, where, again, whatever they've been working on, whether it is tiny survival updates, or whether it is a different minigame, we're going to be seeing something being worked on in the background, because most of what we saw was a minigame tweaking update, and again, we've got to bear in mind, 4J Studios is a big studio. They've been working on something for the past few months, and we didn't see all of it last month. So, yeah, the T60 news is that we don't entirely know what it is, and I imagine we'll hear it at Minecon in 3 weeks. So yeah, there's the first question, and again, I'm really looking forward to that Minecon thing. I'll make a whole video sometime about what we might expect, but let's move on to the second question, which comes in from Princess M&M, who says, what do you feel is a needed feature for the next update? So yeah, the next update is obviously one, if it is going to be a survival update, that is, because again, it could be a minigame update, but if we just assume survival update, what's a needed feature? And I would say dual wielding is so needed. So, even if you want to say like no PvP, let's just not talk about the PvP side of things. Let's just talk about the solo survival experience. There are so many things you could do by having the second hand. Like if you put torches in the offhand, then suddenly it's so much easier to like swing your sword and also place torches, or to mine through a cave and also place torches. That would really change up Minecraft, in my opinion. It changes what you need to get, but I'd really love to see some form of bigger late game content. Right now, I feel like things are like, I've been having fun in my Minecraft Let's Play world because I've been moving the Elder Guardian, but besides that, I feel like some people feel like things are getting the tiniest bit stale and we need something to work towards, and I feel like a new boss mob would be an amazing example of that. I'd love to fight a brand new boss mob. So yeah, what's a needed feature? I would say new boss mob, and I know we've got one on the way, and I really, as long as it's like a, better than the Wither, or like somewhere between the Ender Dragon and the Wither, as long as it's not like, oh, it's a boss, but not really, kind of like how the Elder Guardian is, or the Evoker, as long as it's something which has like some build up to it, some searching, some of everything that you need in Minecraft, I feel like that is a needed feature personally, but that's just my opinion. Let's move on to the next question, which comes in from BlazeFire776, who says, with the console edition caught up with Java and 1.13 nowhere in sight, what can we expect from this update? So this is the big question you have to run into, as to like, what can we expect? We are in uncharted times as far as Minecraft console goes, because there is no Minecraft console edition update on the horizon that we know about. There's no 1.15 update we can expect coming, and this is kind of scary times, and you can kind of see like the response to this in the channel and stuff, but this is kind of scary times because it means like anything could be coming, but that also means it's some of the most exciting times because anything could be coming. So yeah, basically, what do I expect from the next update? I expect that 1.3 for the PE and maybe 1.13 too, but mostly 1.3 for the brand new version, Minecraft as it's just now known. I imagine that's in works right now, and they've got to have some pretty big ideas, because Minecraft really hasn't been moving forward for the past while. Again, on the Java side of things, the Java updates have been so slow forever, because that's, again, it's the Java edition now, but the Minecraft B version, which is meant to be the forwards version of Minecraft, the Minecraft they're investing in, has kind of like not had too much going for it. The Better Together update was, it brought the game to the console, but it didn't have too much beyond that, so I imagine there's something going on in the works, and we're going to expect something big. I would imagine, again, they've got to know also that this is a big time. Like if they don't do something big now, then, they lose another year of growth, and given that Microsoft does want Minecraft to be this big property because they spent so much in it, I have to imagine they're working on something big right now, but I don't know what we can expect besides like probably a pretty big update along the lines of like, the traditional 1.7 we've seen in the 1.8, a big update brings some new blocks, maybe some new, well, definitely some new mobs and stuff like that. I feel like that's what we can expect from the update, but we don't know what we're expecting yet, which is the kind of, again, it's scary and exciting at the same time. So let's move on to the fourth question, which comes in from Arctic Fox, who says, hashtag Q&A, will dual wielding be added to Minecraft Xbox 360 edition? Also, why do you have 3 channels? Off topic, but I need to know. So I have 3 channels because I feel like I don't want to, like, again, I try to split the audience between like entirely different things, because some channels are just like, I'm going to upload this thing that no one wants to watch, and I'm going to like kind of force it into your sub boxes, and you will watch it, and I'll make you feel bad if you don't. But I know like a lot of people subscribe to this channel because they want to see me playing Minecraft, whether it's survival, whether it's creative, whether it's custom maps, or whether it's something like that. I usually play Minecraft on this channel because that's what you, the subscribers, are here, you know, like to see from me. And you know, that might change at some point in the future. It's looking like it could do, but for now, you know, this is like Minecraft, and then there's like geography, which is a whole separate thing, and then the Fortnite channel, which I know a lot of people don't know about because again, I just uploaded a few videos there. It's kind of like, yeah, well, I mean, if I'm playing a different game, I'll give this a try. It's a good opportunity to experiment without having to feel like I'm upsetting people to do so, and yeah, that's why I have 3 channels. And yeah, but let's talk about dual wielding, adding on the Xbox, because a lot of people don't know this, but you know, dual wielding is a new feature coming to the 360, the PS3, the PS4, the PS Vita, and the Wii U, and yeah, it will be coming to those versions because they've confirmed new combat is coming. They just haven't confirmed when, because they're working with Jeb specifically because they want to make sure the new, you know, the new dual wielding is like gonna be, again, it's like not offensive anyway. They want to make it like easy. They want to make sure it works on controllers as well as touch, and basically they're gonna make sure it comes out on the PE as well as the console edition at the same time. So yeah, that's what you can expect as far as dual wielding. It will be coming. We just don't know exactly when, and they're really holding off because again, the big controversy it created last time kind of killed the Java edition, and they don't want to do that again. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Red the Retard, who says, well, I just spoiled that name now, sorry. What will they prioritize for TU59/60? Minigames or adding new items? Toycat Q&A, obviously. So yeah, I feel like in TU59, right now, there's a chance they're working on a minigame, but I feel like we would have seen that in the last update, because again, if they're working on a minigame, that's the time to do it before the Switch updates. So assuming it's not a minigame, I would say new items, assuming, you know, minigame wasn't in works, which it probably isn't. Build battle is something they've wanted to do for a while. They probably assumed they couldn't because again, teams aren't working still, and like, how would you do on old consoles? Assuming they don't want to split the old minigames, and that's why they just changed the old, sorry, the new minigames, that's why they just changed the old ones, then I assume we'll see new items of some form in this update. And again, I imagine based on the feedback they get every time they do a minigame update, where like 20% of people are pumped, and I like the last update a lot, but a lot of people are just like, so when's the next, you know, real update? I imagine based on that, we'll see some new items. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Spooky Soldier 3, who says, in what update do you think the new textures will be in? So given that we know they're not gonna, so like the new textures are stuff like new skeleton, new cave spider, all these new mobs we've seen over time, when do you think we'll see, you know, like all of those textures come together? And the simple answer to that question is a long time in the future, because we know they're not coming in 1.13 for the Java. We know the Java edition updates like once or twice a year. It's been really slow. Again, bear in mind, since 1.7, they've gone to 1.12 now. 1.7 was like 2011, if I'm not mistaken, or 2012. It's been 2013 maybe. It's been like, you know, like 4 years for like 5 updates. So the PC team's moving slowly, and 1.13 isn't going to have these new textures, so it's 1.14, which is probably going to be sometime next year. So given that it will come out roughly the same time on console, you can expect brand new textures sometime early next year. So if you don't like them, the good news is they're a while off, but if you do like them, then yeah, I just feel like, you know, like the Java team is moving really slowly as far as Minecraft goes, and that's why, given that we know it's not in the next update, and it might not even be the one after that, you know, that's why we won't see textures for a long time. So Minecraft will look like Minecraft for a lot longer. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Sniper Games, who says, don't treat life like a video game. If everyone did that, I'd be dead and running from the police. So yeah, this is because then last time I was like, you know what, just treat life like a video game and make sure you're happy with the results when the credit screens roll down. I thought it was a nice message to leave. However, you know, like, I guess your point about like, oh yeah, well, I mean, in video games you do bad things. I mean, maybe in video games you should just not do bad things. Like, my favorite example is like GTA, for instance. Everyone knows it as the game where like you kill people, you shoot, you know, you do all these terrible things or whatever. But if you play that game while trying to abide the laws, it's actually kind of entertaining in its own way. Like, I've been, you know, like sometimes I'll just drive around like a normal person for like hours at a time, and I find that to be fascinating. I find that to be fun, and it's something maybe you should try out. So yeah, maybe, you know, if you think that you're running from the police and dead, maybe you should just have a more chill time in video games. And the lesson from this is not don't treat life like a video game, but treat video games like life. That's a terrible idea for some video games, but for open world games, you can do a surprising amount while doing that. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the 9th question, which comes in from DRG Miss Anarchy, who says, will Xbox One version get the update this time? And this is something I didn't realize how many people were like not in the know on this, because I mentioned it in a bunch of videos, but I guess a lot of people assumed that like, oh yeah, Toycat's just speculating or this or that. But yeah, if you follow the news, then obviously this is not news to you. But so many people were shocked that the Xbox One didn't receive an update. They're like, but there's a console update, and Xbox One's a console, so the Xbox One edition doesn't get the same updates as the other version. They're discontinuing that. It's something you can play, but they're really trying to encourage you not to. There will be no more Xbox One updates. TU60 won't be an Xbox One. TU70 won't be an Xbox One. TU99 won't be an Xbox One. All of the Minecraft Xbox One updates are for the new version Minecraft Xbox/PE. So bear in mind that version of the game is receiving like once a week beta updates and, you know, like once a month regular updates. So just bear in mind, there are updates for the Xbox One version, but it's not for the Xbox One edition. There you go, simply explained. Hopefully that explains for the rest of you out there, because a lot of people, like I said, have been saying, you know, non-stop, like, where's the update? Xbox One, I mean, it's an edition. And again, like, I would recommend following the news so that you're not shocked by this sort of stuff. But if you are, then unfortunately Xbox One edition is discontinued, and that's a thing. So let's move on to the final question, which comes in from Duke the Fat Cat, and he's got a cat. I like the profile picture, but they say this channel is dead, sad emoji, and 10 people upvote this, so I figured I'd respond to this, and I really have to just raise the question of, like, you know, what do you mean by the channel is dead in that way? Because again, this is something I get, you know, maybe like once every like 3 or 4 days, someone's just like, oh, Toy Cat, the channel's dead, how sad. And it really comes down to the question of, like, what do you mean by that? Because clearly you watched this video, like you stumbled across it, you subscribed, you watched the video, then you went down and you left a comment because you really thought that, you know, the channel was important enough that it's a place where you can leave this comment and let other people know because you want them to know as well. But then it raised the question of, like, what does a dead channel exactly mean? So obviously there has been some like real big difficulties on the channel. Like, it's been like one of the roughest months for me on YouTube, October. Like, I lost subscribers overall, and like you know, like the views went down significantly, all of that sort of stuff. However, the views per video, like the actual people watching each video, has seemed to be about consistent at about somewhere between 10, 20, 30,000. The number of people who are actually enjoying the videos and who are like seeing what's going on is staying about the same. It's just like, I guess the overall conditions we're in are getting worse, and a lot of people also are just saying, like, you know what, this is not my thing anymore and I'm leaving. And that really does, you know, it sucks as a YouTuber, but I think just because something's not interesting to you, it's not dead. This is something, bear in mind, people say Minecraft is dead all the time because they think, like, well, I mean, I kind of lost interest in it, therefore it's gone for everyone. But like, just because you don't know about something, you don't care about something, it doesn't make it dead. And it's just something I wanted to keep in mind, that like, if you're the sort of person that says something like this and you believe it, because some people are like, oh, well, I'm watching the channel, but it seems dead, and that's kind of a bummer, right? That's not really how that one works, you know. Like, a YouTube channel, like, is alive for as long as it, I mean, if a channel stops uploading and then, like, you know, everyone starts subscribing and like the videos before it stopped uploading were terrible, I guess you can describe it as dead then. But I don't know how you can describe a channel that's uploading, still getting views, that still people are enjoying, and there's still stuff going on. I don't know how you can describe that as dead in any fashion of the word. But, you know, maybe if you disagree with that, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I really just didn't understand this one, and it's just one of these comments. It's like really popular to say, well, something's been going on for so long now, and it's, I guess that makes it dead, and maybe that's a sign that, like, we should mix things up here on the channel, and maybe that's what I'll be doing over this past week, in fact. Like, over this next week, in fact, because I think things are really changing in the Minecraft world. Like I said, there's nothing big on the horizon. I think, like, Microsoft, they just don't understand that there has to be something in the works. They think, oh yeah, Minecraft's perfect now, but Minecraft is a continually evolving game, and I think the lack of that is kind of hurting the new stuff. So I think we'll be focusing more on, like, weird aspects of Minecraft or stuff like that. But I'd love to hear anything you have as feedback in the comments down below, as what you think the channel, you know, how we should mix things up in the future, because clearly there is a point now where we have to be like, well, I mean, we'll keep doing news and I'll keep keeping you updated with the news, but clearly because there's less of that, and clearly because you know, like, the stuff I'm doing already is not quite new and invent stuff. Let me know what you want to see on this channel, and I'll try to spend a little bit of time playing around with that over the next week or so. So thank you very much for watching this video. I know there's like some weird tough comments, but I want to go through them and make sure that, like, really we really are addressing it, and we really are, like, working on it in the future. Like, it doesn't make any sense in this case, but that's, I think, one of the big reasons people assume the channel's dead is because they genuinely do not know I'm uploading. This is ridiculous. You might think, like, how is that possible? But if you don't check, you know, if you're checking YouTube only once a day or twice a day or whatever it is, even though I'm uploading twice a day, YouTube has like a recommended thing where it won't show you these videos because, you know, like, it puts other stuff above. But if you want to guarantee that you will see them, or you at least see them higher in your subscription box, clicking notifications is the best way to do so. Because, like I said, I've been uploading twice a day for the last, like, several years now, and you know, like, it's something I spend a lot of time doing, and it's kind of a shame that because people don't have notifications, they don't see them. So if you want to guarantee that, again, notifications is the best way. Hit the bell, it's a good thing. A lot of people do it at the very start of their video and, like, kind of almost trick you that way, but I'm just being honest with you. That's why you should turn on notifications, so that you don't assume that I've stopped uploading for several weeks at a time. And yeah, also in the future we'll be changing things. Times are confusing right now, but thank you for sticking with me, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.